All right, guys, we were rudely interrupted. We're going to go back. We're going to recap you guys real quick. Do you have your soundbite? We're going to do a real quick recap, guys, and just in case you missed the song. Never mind. There we go. All right. Just in case you missed it.
Just in case you missed the news.
We're back.
We are back.
Can't stop us.
We want to apologize. We want to apologize to the viewers for those technical difficulties. We will be filling you in.
Go back to that, please. Yeah.
I see the chat going crazy. You guys are going to fill you in. As you can see, we have the screen. Where is it? There you go. We got the screen right here. You know, Fanny's on the phone on the screen and Fanny's on the phone in real life. So go ahead and press play for me, Jakeem.
All right, guys. This is just a wrap up. Go ahead.
Yo, baby.
Jakeem, you can turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, turn it up a bit.
He probably doesn't know how to.
Tonight we have a special podcast. This is the craziest podcast I've ever been part of. I'm glad to be here. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Unfiltered podcast, the fakest show on earth. So whether you're swindling, hoodwinking, betraying,
Turn it up more.
your supposed friends,
A little bit.
or just lying and being a conniving so-called man, don't subscribe to this channel. Don't like the video. As a matter of fact, dislike the video.
A little more.
Like this video though. This video like.
Yeah, like
the
this one.
Mentuition
Subscribe.
video, subscribe to the channel. Honor is something that we hold very dear to this movement. You know, a lot of these followers, a lot of these supporters, a lot of the people who watch us understand that we stand for something. Honor being that we stand for loyalty, we stand for respect, we stand for brotherhood. And unfortunately, not all of us did. As you can see, somebody's missing. I'll let you guys come to that conclusion as to who it is. And sometimes you get sold a dream, and because you begin to believe that dream, you make certain sacrifices in order to make sure that that dream becomes a reality. And while you're blinded by this dream, people begin to display certain characteristics, certain flaws in their character that we're just totally against. Again, we're not going to mention any names. We're not going to mention anything specific, but we will mention loyalty, honor, respect, brotherhood, things that we stand for, things that we don't tolerate when they're broken. Chat, I know that you guys see, you know, I know that you guys are becoming aware of what's going on. Yes, there is somebody missing. Unfortunately, you know, look, man, I'm 30 years old, and I come from a place, right? I come from a place where these 4 words are very important, right? Especially amongst men. It's very important, right? When you build a brotherhood, there's certain rules, there's certain laws that you got to follow. You know, you have to be honorable. You have to be loyal to your brothers, you know? And unfortunately, not everybody believes in those things, although they claim to. Sometimes you find yourself being, and I don't even want to say victim, you guys. I don't even want to say victim, you know, but you find yourself being bamboozled, hoodwinked, you know, and tricked, lied to into thinking that, you know, a person believes in the certain things that you believe in as well. As you can see, we're all dressed in black. We're having a funeral for a show that we were all tricked into believing.
Damn.
That was going to happen. Can you widen the screen up for me, Jakeem, please?
Damn.
Number one, Jakeem, don't hit any buttons, please.
You know, a lot of things have happened in the last 48 hours that, you know, we ended up getting the bottom to. And
real quick, guys, make sure you guys look at the description. We're going live on Mentuition, guys. Just real quick so we tell them.
yeah, in fact, so we're going live on Mentuition. If you look at the description, you're going to see the link to that channel. That's going to be the new channel. We're going to be having more content for you guys.
Mhm.
As you can see some, 4 of the core members of the group.
Mhm.
Josh, we have Steve, we have Basil, myself.
Issa, Fanny.
Yeah,
Jakeem in the back.
Jakeem in the back.
Mhm.
There you go. But unfortunately and fortunately, we were able to smoke out the anthill and get the perpetrator.
Mhm.
And we want to make an official announcement that the Unfiltered podcast has officially been sunk. This ship has sunken like the Titanic. It's over. We're going to start streaming on Mintuition. I'm going to allow the gentleman here to say their peace of mind. Also, again, the truth always comes to light. There's only so long that you can lie, especially your brothers. You might be able to divide and conquer, but when you stay together, it's harder to conquer. And that's what we're doing. First of all, I want to apologize to the supporters, mainly the supporters who tune in every episode, are true supporters, the ones who wanted to see us win, the one who want to see us at the top. And we owe it to you guys. That's why we're doing it. We weren't going to do a show, but we unanimously decided that it was the right thing to do because you guys support us every Sunday through Thursday.
Mhm.
And it's not fair to y'all, most importantly.
Real quick, guys, man, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me, sticking with us every single week. It's a lot of work to put together a podcast. I think this is just a formal disassociation, and you guys can figure out and read between the lines. But we love you guys, and we knew that we needed to speak with you guys directly because we didn't want to have another situation where you guys didn't know what happened or where we went. We are going to continue to stream as Hector said, under the Mintuition channel. Check the link in the description. If somehow this gets cut, we'll be continuing to stream on Mintuition to kind of explain what's going on. But yeah, guys, basically a lot of things happen behind the scenes that you guys don't know about that we just had to take action. And it sucks because we just did a stream with Destiny, which was awesome.
Yeah,
we had
great
some
stream.
really, really awesome things lined up for you guys, man. And we have so many supporters sending in super chats before the show starts. We had 491 people waiting for the Destiny stream. It was insane.
Mm-hmm.
We needed to actually hit
Over 2K watching.
Yeah, we picked that 2K, I think, right?
about 2,000 of you guys watching, a lot of new fans.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate you guys, and we can't, let the wheels fall off there. We have to, get the jack out, jack up the car, fix the tires, and keep rolling on. So we really do appreciate all the support you guys have given us. Speaking on me personally, guys, I designed this studio completely with the help of others, but all the images you see on the wall, I specifically put them up. All the cameras you guys see around, 8 cameras we have, I installed pretty much all of them. The vision of this podcast was for us to make a kick-ass show for you guys, also give you guys great content and give you guys a cool visual. So I was producing, or I was on the table first, and now I'm producing. But we really just appreciate you guys so much, man, and we just wanted to reach out to you guys and talk to you face to face. I don't know if Basil has. I'm sure Basil has a lot to say. But let's switch it over to Basil, Jakeem, and
So I have a lot to say. So like 2
and we'll
words.
go around.
I don't want to go too deep in the situation.
I don't wanna say the
and
wrong things.
the wrong things that
Turn
could
his
get
mic
us
up,
caught up. So I just want to say to add to what Hector said, we got bamboozled. We got tricked into a
Hoodwinked.
dream. For
Hoodwinked. Is that a good
a certain
word?
person.
Had. You've been had.
Intuition and
Bamboozled.
everyone here is going to create something bigger and better. I believe the future has a lot to hold for everyone here, and I hope for everyone to be part of that.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely. You guys also too. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to disassociate. Yes, dislike the video. Dislike the video.
This one.
Dislike the video and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the Mintuition. Like we said, the link is going to be in the description below. The reason why we're doing this, one of the main reasons, is because number one, we're disassociating ourselves completely from this platform, 100%. You know, again, we don't, you know, we're not victims. We're not victims because victim mentality will put you in a position where you feel like someone owes you some sort of sympathy. My sympathy is for the supporters, the people who support us 5 days out the week. That's who I feel bad for, because you guys do support us. You guys send your hard-earned money to make sure that we're here 5 days a week. And unfortunately, as you see the title, The Rise and the Fall of the Tyrannical Leader, you know, a tyrant, right? Someone who rules through abuse and oppression, someone who doesn't value brotherhood, someone who doesn't value his supporters, you know. It's unfair to you guys. It was unfair to the platform. Me personally, I came from Charlotte and came all the way over here. I've been here for a month, believing in a dream, because, you know, again, you know, we were tricked into thinking that the values that this specific person claimed to live by, you know, was something that I personally identified with. You know, again, I come from a place where these words mean a lot: honor, loyalty, respect, valor, bravery, brotherhood, self-sacrifice, putting others before yourself. Everybody wants to be the leader just cause, but they don't associate or assume the qualities, the responsibilities that come with leadership. A lot of people want to lead their warriors from the back, but you lead your warriors from the front.
Mm-hmm.
You don't lead them like this. You lead them like this. If I do 1,000 push-ups and my brother does 900, I'm going to do 1,000 more to show him that he also has the strength. You motivate the people that follow you, that look to you for leadership. You don't put them down or humiliate them publicly. You don't make examples of them unless they showed qualities such as betrayal, being disloyal and dishonorable, which is what we're doing right now. Again, it's clear. We don't need to say names. We don't need to say anything specific, but it's clear who's here and who's not, right? It's clear why we're telling you guys to disassociate yourself from this platform as we are, and going to the Men Tuition channel, because men conduct themselves a certain way. Men live by certain values, principles, and morals, right? Sometimes you find yourself coming across certain men that navigate through the labyrinth of life using the same moral compass that you do. And sometimes you're separated through miles, age. And you see these men here. We identify with the same moral compass. That's why we're here together. That's why you see us here and you see others missing. Specific individuals that, again, like I said, sold a dream. They sold a dream and we believed it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just in case any other shows or podcasts want to, you know, take certain ramifications because of the behavior of this said individual, we're disassociating ourselves completely. And it's not because of that. You know, we got an unconfirmed source that, you know, let us know that, you know, there's going to be some content being released exposing certain individuals. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we just want to let our supporters know that we have nothing to do with what it is that they're, you know, bringing out.
Mm-hmm.
We're disassociating ourselves with this individual for other reasons that happen behind the scenes, other reasons that, you know, we're going to be the downfall of all of us if we, you know, continue to believe the lies that we're being told.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was too much lying, too much disloyal behavior,
Mm-hmm.
characteristics that get looked down
A lot
upon.
of
And I know that a
conniving.
lot of young men
Mm-hmm.
look up to us. A lot of young men look at us and see men. And unfortunately, you had to see someone who perhaps y'all saw as a leader also fall
Mm-hmm.
because of his tyranny.
Yeah, guys, I just want to say, you know, it's hard to be up here on this table and speak to you guys. A lot of people put on a facade. They come to this table, they say certain things, you believe it. It's not true. But, you know, we stand by what we say. I think I'm very transparent, you know, and when you have someone who's leading you down a path of destruction and down a bottomless pit, you can't follow that person. You know, you try the best you can to, hey, this is going to happen or this is going to happen. And you try to warn them, but they continue to do whatever they want to do. So, you know, we know how important you guys are as fans, man, and as followers and subscribers, and we just felt in our heart like, yo, we cannot go out without,
Facts.
you know, and we're not even going out, but we just could
Shouts
not
out to
reach
Lord
out
Peachy.
you guys and not say anything to you. You know, there's a lot of people who continue to we're on Mentuition. So
It's cool.
all right, pause it there, Shakeem.
So this is
and
when
go full screen.
The tyrannical leader tried to take us
Go
out.
full screen.
Yeah.
No, full
Make
screen of
us
us.
full screen.
Yeah, you
And
guys.
zoom in on me. Hold on. Zoom in on me. So as I was saying, as we were rudely interrupted there, we're going to continue on. We appreciate you guys so much, man. We really do. I just wanted to kind of segue into me still talking because we got cut rudely interrupted. But you know, we really again love you guys, man. I'll let Hector take it over for a second, but I just wanted to kind of finish my thought there. Is that when someone's leading you and you believe them, I want to pull up. We'll pull it up in a second. We'll pull up the traits of a sociopath.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of what we're dealing with. Go ahead, Hector.
Yeah. So there's a speech that Malcolm X said, right? And he said to his followers, he said, I see a lot of supporters here, right? I see a lot of supporters, but it would be foolish and ignorant of us to assume that although we have this many supporters, we don't have any enemies among us. So right now, you know, we have about 84 people in here.
Mm-hmm.
I can almost guarantee that there's enemies among us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna pull up the definitions of sociopath because I think that it's very important for you guys to understand what it is that you know that we witness. I mean, there's a dark abyss. There's a
antisocial personality
Yeah.
disorder.
there's a dark abyss that some people find themselves floating in, and you know, we don't associate ourselves with that.
So let's read this. The symptoms of an antisocial personality disorder include repeatedly ignoring the right and wrong, telling lies to take advantage of others, not being sensitive to or respectful to others, using charm or wit to manipulate others for personal gain or pleasure, having a sense of superiority and being extremely opinionated, having problems with the law, including criminal behavior, being hostile, aggressive, violent, or threatening to others.
Let's leave that right there real quick. Highlight that one, please, real quick. So when you lead a group of men, hostility, aggressiveness, violence, you know, threatening remarks, they're unnecessary, you guys. I think they try to, you know, these kinds of guys, these kind of males, I want to say, because men don't behave that way. These kind of males, they know who to pull that shit off on. And if anybody knows me, right, you know that that shit doesn't fly with me. That shit doesn't fly with Basil. That shit doesn't fly with Tyler. I mean, not Tyler. Steve, Repo. But they think that because of these intimidation tactics, police do this a lot. These intimidation tactics, you know, they'll use these, right? The loudest man in the room is always the weakest man in the room, right? It takes a very masterful man, someone who can control his emotions, to be looked at a certain way. Unfortunately, this tyrannical leader that we're referring to chose to use hostility, aggression, violence, and threats to lead. You can continue, Steve. I wanted to, you know, expand on that a
and
little
just
bit.
real quick, guys, these are the traits of a sociopathic person. This is what we're looking up. Being hostile, aggressive, violent, or threatening to others. Scroll down a little, Jakeem, because our thing's in the way. Feeling no guilt about harming others, doing dangerous things with no regard for the safety.
Now let's stop
of
there.
Others.
So Basil and I were in a situation where the dangerous things that this individual did in a form of crashing out could have potentially put us in harm's way. Unnecessary, erratic acts of aggression towards other people, you know, no control of emotions, I don't know, man. It just the list goes on. You know, irresponsible and failing to fulfill work and financial responsibilities is another big one as well. You know, it's it's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, for me, man, you guys have seen me on the show. I don't get mad. It's like there's not a point in which a girl will come on this show and I'll get like pissed off, like raging mad. I mean, look, people can troll me, people can talk shit about me. A female can come in here and say you're ugly, you got a little whatever they say about me. There's nothing that's going to happen in most cases where I am going to get enraged. And I think that sometimes when you have people around you who are extremely emotional, they get extremely mad, they make terrible decisions. And you know, we've spoken to said individual multiple times behind the scenes, like, hey, you know,
we're not in prison, bro.
Right. Well, this isn't the yard,
bro. Like,
we're not on the yard, bro.
Right.
You know, calm down, chill out. You know, we can. It's a podcast. Like, it's just a podcast with and we're progressing. I think that the conversation is a progressive conversation. I just think that it's like things are taken so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I had a previous co-host that I work with that was the same exact way, and I was like, bro, like you're gonna crash out, you're gonna cause a problem, and it's gonna be something that we're not gonna be able to rebound from. And I think we all can agree that relationships are very important. We've all lost a lot of relationships because of said individual, because of said things that have been happening, people who may or may not come on the show. The Destiny thing was sort of on a whim. And yeah, I set all of that up.
And Steve set that up.
You know, I think said individual thought I was capping, like Destiny. Yeah. But you guys saw he was here. We had a great stream, and I'm sure we'll have him back.
And the viewers know who carried the show. You guys know who made it what it was.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I was called a weak link, replaceable. There were this kind of build up and then tear down, build up and tear down, and I was like, this person's doing it on purpose. They're just trying to like.
It's like they're trying to take everything off of them.
Mm-hmm.
If they can keep attacking you, then there's nothing. You can't put it on me, brother.
Thanks, Jakeem.
Put the camera on, baby. Everybody's so intrigued. Into the chat.
So
get off your phone, Jakeem.
Okay, so when someone can just keep aiming things at you, it takes light away from them. It's like no one wants to even shoot at you because you're shooting at everyone else. You're not doing that. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Why aren't you doing this?
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever like, yo, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing behind the scenes? And I think that's a great way to manipulate people even further to do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I agree 100%. I mean, it's by definition a manipulation tactic. It's like this, for example. There's a thing that certain men do out there. So they'll they'll shower a woman with affection and attention and give them all this like love and tenderness. And once they get a bit used to it, they'll strip it immediately. And they won't call you no more. They're not tender. The text messages are very dry.
Mm-hmm.
But you could pull that off with women. You can't pull that off with men, especially men who are on their purpose, who concentrate on self-development. Like Steve was mentioning earlier, I'll just expand it a little bit more. It'll be a constant, pedestalizing. Yo, we need you. You're one of the most important parts of the group, of the team. You play a very important role in the success of the show. And in the same breath, tear you down. You're replaceable. We don't really need you. You are our weakest link. It's a manipulation tactic, man, that sociopaths use, right? They're disregarding other people's mental health.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to do that with our female counterparts. And of course, some weak men fall victim of that. Unfortunately, those tactics were tried on some of the people in the team, and it was allowed to let fly because of how much we believed in this platform, because we knew the responsibility that we held being on these microphones and in front of this camera and talking to the people who supported us, because we know that there's a lot of young men that are looking for that guidance, that are looking for that leadership. And that's why we were able to put certain things aside and say, you know what, let's squash this here. I forgive you. You know, my concern is with the viewers. But people don't take that into consideration. A lot of people will take that kindness for weakness, or that self-control as I'm able to be uncontrollably erratic and emotional towards you because I don't see you react the same. There's been several instances, right, where there's this explosive behavior displayed. And when someone has a low IQ and a low EQ, that's the way that they behave, and they expect you to behave the same way. But when you ignore that kind of behavior, they simmer down. And then when they meet somebody who's willing to match that energy, they'll simmer down. So there's something that we call people like that. That's a bitch ass nigga. And that's exactly what this individual, you know, is, because he not only tricked, you know, Basil, Steve, Josh, he tricked me.
And you guys ultimately.
And ultimately he tricked the supporters into thinking that he was this, I don't know, this messiah of manhood, you know. And yeah, no, Christ would not look at that as something to be looked up to.
Yeah, I want to just touch on what he said real quick, guys, and maybe Josh or Basil, also, you guys have some stuff to say.
We also got Dom on the phone. Dom is the one who would make our reels. We also have him on the phone.
Yeah, Dom is on the phone. Dom does the clips channel.
Yes.
Dom does the reels. So we'll, you know, give
our
Dom a
TikToks.
chance to speak in a second too.
And for the record to the chat, we're not going to tell you what happened. Just know that something happened. There was a lot of disloyalty, a lot of dishonor, a lot of lies being told, a lot of trickery being said, and you know, we're not going to tell you specifically what it is, because we're not gossipers. You know, we're not going to gossip and be chatty patties. Now, if there's women on the chat that know things, and you guys can gossip amongst yourselves and speculate what you guys want to speculate, there's very specific things that led us to do this. We're not, you know, like I said earlier, you know, that moral compass, those principles that we live by, you know, it's not feelings and emotions that drove us to make this decision. It's actual things that men consider dishonorable and disloyal, and we would be bitch ass niggas if we allowed that shit to fly.
Right.
You know, it's the type of shit that is like, if I forgive you for this, I'm a bitch.
Correct.
So I have to keep my manhood and disassociate myself from an individual such as yourself.
Yeah. And for the record, guys, as we said before, there are other said podcasts that may make hit pieces out on certain said individual. We are disassociating ourselves with that individual before any of this comes out. We know what's going on behind the scenes and what may occur. But also, I want to say, just to add to that, those said individuals who may come out with some sort of hit piece, they had nothing to really do with this. This was actually a self-implosion or a sink shipping of its own captain. It has nothing to do with whomever comes out with this. They don't get any credit. And I'm just saying that because what's going to happen is they're going to come out with said hit piece.
Yeah.
And people are going to say, he was the one who did it, or they were the one who did it, or she was the one. Nah, that's not what it is. There were things going on behind the scenes that we just caught, and we had to address the issue. I do want to pinpoint a comment I see here on the screen from Lord Peachy. You ask what happened to CJ, and I don't think we ever formally talked about CJ, so I'll give you a brief synopsis of what happened. The same thing that we're complaining, I wouldn't even say complaining, but exposing and talking about, bringing to light. Because we don't complain, we just explain. CJ was dealing with it, and he couldn't deal with it. He caught it early. He was back there producing, and certain things were being said to him as they were being said to me. And I don't want to call CJ, our former producer, weak-minded, but I think it takes a certain individual to deal with the type of leader we had. And his mind just wasn't um I have to say strong enough, and or he never really got, I would say, picked on or messed with while he was trying to do something. You picture, guys, you're trying to do something, you're pressing buttons, and someone's sending you, what the F or whatever it might be. You have to kind of go, that's just kind of the way this guy is. And for the greater good of the podcast, I'm going to let this fly right now, and I'll talk to him after the fact. But during the show, I don't want to interrupt the show to, cause a problem live on air. I bring up this example because, guys, when you watch the news, right, it's in, here's the weather, it's 60 degrees outside, right? And then after the camera cuts, he goes, fuck, and he slammed. If you ever guys watch like weatherman outtakes, they can keep up this persona on camera, and you're not visibly seeing that they're angry. And said individual just couldn't do that, right? You'd visibly see anger. You'd visibly see and hear these things as women would go out that really didn't need to be said. As a matter of fact, I didn't mind some of the kickouts. I just thought the way they were done was incorrect.
Correct.
But also the banter afterwards didn't need to happen.
Shouts out to Dr. Kish. Dr. Kish, shouts out to you, man.
Shout out to Dr. Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, CJ Lord Peachy was being berated with certain things, and he just was like, yo, like I'm out, I'm not getting paid, like it's just like I'm following this dream of this leader. I believe in him. CJ helped me set up a lot of the stuff here in the studio, man. We had individuals that we would hire to help us put the stuff up, but me and CJ took a lot of that off the plate, so which saved money for the podcast. So anyway, I just wanted to comment on that directly. I don't know if Josh or Basil or anyone else want to chime in with anything. Josh, you really haven't.
I mean,
because Josh is in the chat, man. You're the guy. Josh is
ultimately,
a former producer before us.
ultimately, we're doing this show. This is not to gossip, talk shit, and whatever. Ultimately, we came to the agreement today that we're gonna go live and we're gonna inform you guys of what's going on, because you guys have spent your hard-earned money. You guys have been supporting. You guys have been here 6:55, right before the show starts. So, just let y'all know we rock with you, and this is a new beginning for us, and hopefully for you guys, and we're not gonna stop. So we're just gonna keep growing now.
What I want to say is a lot of people were taking off this team because of this tyrannical leader.
Yes,
the way he wanted things to be perfect. Things are always going to be perfect, but you can try like people's best. And he would get very angry, mad, even during the stream. And then after the stream, it was even worse. A lot of people that were very valuable to the team and provided a lot of value were just kicked off randomly against the guidance of other team members. And then, this tyrannical leader is maybe bewitched by someone, and it makes it even worse. And that the person that bewitched him then pushes, whispers in his ear to get rid of these people. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're not wrong. They don't do anything. Mm-hmm. And it just makes it worse. And guys, we do this podcast for you. For the people that are up here on this panel currently, we do this for you. We want to really better people. We want to give y'all some type of heroes to look up. Maybe you don't have heroes. Maybe we could be one of those people that you can look up to, a mentor, someone to lean on, and show you the right way to do things in life. And I hope this is a direct representation of us sticking true to our morals and our values.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, there's something called hostile work environment in the workplace. It's where you walk in and your boss is screaming, yelling, cursing at you, slamming papers, and it just doesn't have to be that way. And so when you walk into an establishment, and this is an establishment, it's a really kick-ass studio. You just want to like sit down and look. There's gonna be problems, even moving forward. There may be something
problems, subtle issues. Yeah, nothing has to ever be a problem,
right? That may arise, but there's just a certain way you handle those problems that goes the length. And I think that we've kind of realized that really who the weak link was in the room, and who the person was that was causing a lot of the people who are causing a lot of the issues. Mm-hmm. I will speak on what Basil said. He said that there were a lot of people, taken off the team that were helping. I just want to take a second to shout out to those people, and hopefully those people, we can reach out to them and talk to them again. Shout out to Issa and Fanny who are here, Ashley. I mean, all the people behind the scenes. Ethan in the
Ethan's
back.
in the back.
Yeah, what's up,
Dom.
Ethan? Dom.
Yeah.
These were guys that you guys may have
Shouts out
seen.
Jakeem.
These are guys that you guys may have seen, but then not seen for a while because of
Jakeem would
setting.
ride his bike 2 hours to come to the studio.
Yeah, we have a guy that, guys, just so you guys understand, we had a guy fly in. He spent money to fly in to be on the show tomorrow. And now we have to sit
hit him
here
with these news
and explain to him what happened. I've had people fly in. Hector flew in his first time because of me to be on the show. So I'm introducing said individual to Hector. Hector joins the show. I'm trying to do things behind the scenes, get Destiny, all these things, and it's all kind of being like, nah, that's not important. No, who cares, bro? Hector's a huge addition to the show, right? Chad, he's awesome, and so I think that we have to continue on. It would be stupid to stop.
No, we're not stopping,
and so we're gonna keep giving you guys content, of course. Hector, you were gonna say something, I think, as I was.
I wanted just to bring up the fact that like you had hardworking people here, but always downplay the work that we did. Again, I mean, the main thing is like the viewers, the supporters. Like, damn, like you guys take 2-3 hours out your day to watch us, to hear the jewels that we drop, to hear the gems, so you guys can catch them and learn something. Like, I got a lot of guys that hit me up like, yo, Hector, I saw you on the show, and bro, you did this for me and you did that for me. And people that walk up to me in person because of something that I said, it's very important. I have single moms who hit me up and say, I let my son watch you. And, I hold that very dear to my heart because I have children as well. So I understand the responsibilities that we hold, man. Like we hold a lot of power. Our voice is very strong. It's very powerful. There's something that you have to live what you say. There's and the chat knows. I mean, you guys know who's who. Perhaps you guys were hoodwinked as well. I'm sure you were, but I think that now that you see, right now that you're seeing this, you can really look back at prior episodes and know who's who and know who's genuine. I mean, you guys have seen Basil on the show. You guys have seen Steve on the show. You guys have seen Josh on the show. So you guys know who's who. I mean, just by the people that are here, you can tell, and not to discredit you ladies. Thank you for coming. But, the men that are in this, because this is for the men ultimately. I mean, men lead, right? We're the ones who are, it's our responsibility to make sure that things move the way that they're supposed to be. So, I want to apologize to the viewers on behalf of everyone sitting at this table. Again, I mentioned Jakeem, and I don't want to throw Jakeem under the bus in this regard, but I do want to make it a point that this young man would bicycle for 2 fucking hours to be here. And you know what I mean, to be treated,
the dedication,
and then he has to go 2 hours
and
right
then
back
2 hours
after.
back
at 1 a.m.
to be treated poorly, right, to be made fun of, to be disqualified as an important part of the team. And things like that don't fly with me, bro. I mean, I don't like that type of stuff. I don't like the betrayal. Basil got some of the worst type of treatment, and not similar to what Jakeem went through, but just other things, just like true betrayal. I mean, you knew this individual longer than all of us, and me personally, it puts a very bad taste in my mouth. I don't like when people are disloyal to their brothers. I don't like when people are dishonorable. It's disgusting in my opinion. We pride ourselves in these core values. Granted, we talk a lot about the intersexual dynamics of men and women. We have fun, we play games, sometimes there's girls here, and we have fun. It's supposed to be a fun work environment, not a hostile work environment, right? But when you start to deal with certain people that have certain character traits, and you start seeing those character traits affect other people, personally, I don't like that shit, man. I mean, he didn't do anything specific to me personally. other than make me fly the fuck to Miami, selling me a goddamn
from North Carolina.
from North Carolina, bro. I came all the way here from North Carolina. Like, you know what? I believe in this show. Let me go ahead and and provide value in whichever way I can. Provide value, you know, whether it's my voice, whether it's my ideas, whether it's just me being here, you know, in my tight shirt or whatever the fuck, like, yeah, and anything, you know. So, but still, I don't like the way that he treated, you know, everyone here. I think that it was, you know, you guys, I want to apologize to you guys for that kind of behavior, because it's like, you know, it's whack, bro. It really is.
Yeah, and I mean, just to piggyback off what you're saying, Hector, I mean, we could have just stayed quiet and just wiped this under the rug, deleted the channel and whatnot. But, you know, we thought this was the best idea. You know, I'm not downplaying the fact that all of us got played. All of us got played differently.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, the ones who got played were all the viewers, the hundreds of people that believe in us, who watch us, who take what we have to say every day, 5 days a week. So at the end of the day, bro, this is for you guys.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I want to talk real quick about sacrifice, guys. We wouldn't frequently have meetings after the shows, but occasionally we would have a group meeting after the show, and we talked a lot about sacrifice. And I had told said individual that no one's sacrifice is better than anyone's else's sacrifice. And what the individual took in was that I should compare how much money I spent or how late I stayed up versus how late you stayed up. And I was like, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, this guy came from North Carolina. You know, this guy Basil came from Atlanta.
Yep.
You know, I've been down here 3 years in Miami, but I worked at a strip club here. I was making, just in case you guys don't know, strip club money is great money. It's like $1,000 a night. I quit this job to work for the podcast. I have a day job, and my day job is being tainted from the podcast. So what I was trying to get him to understand was that my businesses, my DJing and other businesses I run, are being tainted to help you with your dream and help us all become better and reach out to all the men and women of the world. And it was kind of like, yeah, but you could be doing more. You could be doing better. I sacrificed more than you. This happened, that happened. A sociopathic person will twist what you say and then go internally and say what they're going through to make you feel worse for them. And I was like, bro, I'm too smart for you. You're not smarter than me. And I know what you're doing.
And it's because of the self-development that we talk about.
Yeah.
You know, it's because this man takes time to work on himself. Basil takes time to work on himself. Josh, me, we take time to work on ourselves mentally, right? To where these kind of tactics won't work. It was because we wanted to believe in this. We wanted to believe in this up here for the sake of you guys, because we know how important this is, how important of a message, how powerful of a message it is, right? For you guys to hear. I mean, you tune in 5 days out the week. You guys hit my DMs and ask me questions. We knew the responsibility we had. So we let certain things fly because we thought that, you know what, maybe, I'll tell you guys from a personal level what I thought. I thought that I had to come here and help more than just you guys, just help people individually, right? In order for them to change their life, perhaps, right? Unfortunately, that's not what it was, you know? And again, this right here, unfortunately now, it's over, you guys. You know, I know some of you guys think we're going to rebrand that. No, we're completely disassociating ourselves from that name. We're disassociating ourselves from everything that has to do with this platform. And from now on, we will be streaming on Mentuition. We will be giving everybody, you know, a schedule as to how many times we're going to shoot. We've already been pitching ideas to each other. We already have, you know, a good blueprint as to how we're going to move forward when it comes to the content we're going to create. We have 4 powerful men sitting at this table. We're going to be bouncing ideas and figuring out, you know, where we're taking, you know, this content moving forward. But, you know, I'm very excited for the future. Everything happens for a reason. You know, the Most High God doesn't make mistakes. And there's a reason why this is happening, right? There's a reason why this is happening. And I'm glad this is happening, because if it would have happened further into the future,
Mhm.
there would have been more things at stake. There would have been more destruction. Really, we didn't even sail, right?
Mhm.
We're still close to the dock.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, we took off a little bit.
Yeah.
We the anchor got reeled up. We reeled the anchor up and we pushed ourselves away from the dock a little bit, but we didn't really get into dark seas yet, right? Like we could have if we would have waited. If, like Josh said, would have swept things under the rug and pretended like it didn't happen.
Mhm.
You know, we caught it, and because we're men, we're like, nah, that's not gonna fly.
Mhm.
That's not gonna fly.
Mhm. Yeah. Repo, you gonna?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, guys, I think that we're gonna go places with what we're gonna do next.
No, we are.
I'm super
very
excited
Yeah.
to see where the team goes from here. We had said it earlier, like we just need a bunch of even-minded people,
Solid individual.
Level-headed.
Yeah, and I think we can all bounce ideas around each other. You guys are going to see some really cool things. Parts of the studio that you guys have never seen
Yeah.
will be on here
100%.
now, and we're definitely going to utilize the full potential of the studio. I would say we'll definitely revamp this whole studio. You know, we talked about couches, curtains, and we're going to do some really cool shit. And I'm super excited for the future. And also, like I said before, you'll probably see a lot of people back that you that didn't want to come because of said individual. So it would be nice for us to kind of, you know, retie those
Definitely.
relationships that we had. Did you want to chime in, Basil? I think you were.
You used to be my dog. You was in my left titty. Scream, ride or die. I thought you would die with me. Found out you's a bitch. You can't even ride with me.
Hey,
Now there's a war and you ain't on this side with me.
damn.
Fact.
Yeah,
Damn.
man.
Damn. Where's my damn? I don't got a damn button.
You
Hit that
don't,
again.
you don't have one?
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but guys, honestly, it truly feels good now to even the simplest things that say bounce ideas around.
Yeah.
Yo, we never even had a chance to bounce ideas around.
It's kind of like a dictatorship type deal.
Yo,
Yeah.
you run this shit through me.
Yeah.
Everything with this brand is me, and that's how it goes. And maybe, you know, if I like your idea, I'll implement it a month ago, but I'll take the credit.
Mhm.
Right.
Like there's so much shit that goes on behind the scenes that you guys have no idea of, and you guys will never
Yes.
know. But yeah, bro, it's a lot deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Guys,
That's facts.
the amazing thing to say is welcome to the Mentuition channel. We have a lot of stuff coming to you. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Real quick, guys, too, man. I just want to say, man, you know, it was hard for us to kind of come to the decision to do this,
Mm-hmm.
but I think as Josh said earlier, we just didn't want to disappear. We felt like we owed it to you guys.
Definitely.
We literally have like people like David Jones sending in super chats before. He'll be like, "Yo, I can't make it." Shout out to Enzo.
Yeah, shout out to Enzo. Yes, sir. Where's the horn? Shout out to Enzo. He said he'll donate some furniture.
Isn't that that's Ashley's guy? No,
No.
Nah,
Enzo,
that's-
no.
He was here the
That's
last
my
time.
man. Put some respect on my boy.
that's another Enzo. Oh, that's
Enzo
the one with the
Wolf.
blonde hair.
The
Yeah, he was
goat,
sitting,
the
he
goat,
was
the
sitting over there.
I remember him. Shout out to you,
goat.
Enzo.
Enzo is the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
So yo, go shout out to Enzo Wolf, bro.
Shouts out to D Fritz on the chat.
Yeah.
D. Fritzo.
He actually said he wants to come sometime next week
Yeah.
or whenever
Which
we have
one?
our
Di
first.
Fritzo?
We'll make it-
Fritzo.
Okay, yeah, D Fritz. So we'll make something shake, brother.
yeah.
You know, we'll make something shake. You know, we'll get your perspective on the show and things like that, and we'll talk. You know, we'll see what you got going. Shouts out Lord Peachy. I don't
Mhm.
think we got this. We don't got super chats active on this channel yet,
No,
but
yeah.
everything's gonna. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna make everything. Let's address the chat a little bit. I'm only addressing those that I know. I'm not addressing the gossip. I'm not addressing anybody with the fluff. Like we don't play that. You
Shout
know
out to
what I'm saying?
Anwar in the
Is-
chat.
is,
It's Anwar in the chat.
Anwar in the
shit,
chat.
I didn't even see
Everybody's
Anwar.
back.
Damn.
Shout out to you, Anwar.
Yeah, we got really everyone back.
Yeah.
here.
Everybody's
Everybody's
back.
They're like, oh, Eric's
Yeah.
gone?
Apparently,
bad.
everybody knew we didn't.
Is,
So first,
hold on, real
come
quick.
on.
Is
So,
Dom still on the line?
No, he had.
Oh, he hung up.
Yeah,
Okay,
he had
dude.
hung up.
Okay, so yeah, D Fritz. So we're gonna let you know. Shouts out Lord Peachy. Yeah, Lord Peachy. We're disassociating ourselves with this brand completely.
Shout out to Oscar too. Money captivates.
We're gonna be doing Mentuition from now on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll be the Mentuition Network. We'll have different shows under this
Yeah.
channel.
Way different. Like you guys, I mean,
yeah.
the possibilities of where we're gonna take this channel is endless. It's
Mhm.
endless, you guys. It's endless, man. I know for a fact that you guys are gonna love what we got dropping. Okay, you guys are gonna really love. It's gonna be so versatile. It's not gonna be the same copy and paste template that you've seen.
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna see different content, a lot of versatility, different minds, actual minds that work, people who are actually, you know, bettering themselves in real life and you know, creating who they want to exist as for the future, their journeys and their perspectives and their ideas, their opinions on certain things. You know, I tell you guys this all the time, you know, well, I say it all the time on the chat, like, you know, the loudest man in the room is the weakest. A real man never has to raise his voice in any circumstance, you know. However, you know, a man, especially a wise man, will anger at the sight of his people being destroyed, and destruction starts with believing something that isn't necessarily true. And in this case, the individual that, you know, we're talking about wasn't necessarily true to who he appeared to be. And, you know, because we care about those who watch and support us, we wanted to make it, you know, something that's clear out there and disassociate ourselves from that person.
Well, if no one else has anything to say,
Do you want to give the girls a chance to say something, or you want to
Yeah,
just
we've
fuck what
been
they say,
sitting
right?
here.
Fuck them, right? They
nah,
just,
fuck them.
yeah, they just sit there and
Wow.
look pretty, right?
I'm just
We
like,
just sit here and look pretty.
All right, girls, go ahead. Say your
I just
piece.
feel very, betrayed.
Yeah, I think I feel the same, and especially because everything was getting really good. When I first came here, we were a little bit messy. We analyzed the field we had. Everybody got into the roles. We had a recruiters chat. We had girls constantly sending 40 DMs twice a day, every 8 hours. I was on top of that. We would come here. Everybody was 8 hours invested into this shit. It was 5, 6, 7 in the morning, and the three of us would be texting in the chat, making sure the girls were actually sending those DMs. So when I first came in here, everything was like very unorganized. We analyzed the fields. Everybody had a role. There was no way that Steve, as a producer, should be texting girls, and there was no way that Hector, that just got here, we expect him to have girls at the table. I think I put a lot of logic into somebody's head, but sometimes you listen to the wrong people, and I do feel very betrayed. I feel very stupid. But like I said, we're not going anywhere, so we're going up from here.
Bring up that brunette from Cali's
Down,
down.
all the way down.
right there. Yeah, right there. Oh,
With the green heart.
Right
Yeah,
there you
right
go.
there.
It says, we're mourning the loss of an image of a man we thought was a friend. We're mourning the lie.
Oh my
Go
God.
back to it. Come on. What is that?
That was her.
No,
There's another one.
the other
Right
one
there.
before,
Let
right there.
Jakim's got it. It's okay. It's all
My
good.
bad. It's
We're
like
mourning-
scrolling. The chat is like burning.
They both
right
were hitting
now.
it at the same
Right.
time.
We're mourning the loss of an image of a man we thought was a friend. We're mourning the lie. Now it's time to move on to the light of the future.
Hence, Jess, you're a very smart girl, but hence why we're all in black.
Yeah, because this is a funeral. This is a funeral for something that, you know, we believed was going to be something great, and unfortunately that's not what it is. You know, it's something unfortunate. It's something that we didn't see coming, and you know, now it's here. So we're handling the way that we're supposed to. We're handling it like men, like women, and you know, it's for the better. It's for the better, you guys. That's why, again, you know, sympathy. Like, no, I feel bad for the viewers who were tricked. You know,
If anything, I feel like this shit kind of like motivated me a little more. This shit kind of like lit a little fire under my ass, you know, and like
We're
kinda
like
made me wanna go
mourning
even
someone.
harder.
Though. We're like mourning someone who didn't exist because
Jakeem.
his whole shit was just the mic.
No, it's
Oh, the
Jakeem.
camera. Oh, I'm
Jakeem,
like,
get
We're
off
hi-
the phone.
We're hiring a
Put
new
your-
producer,
yeah,
guys.
Put your phone
on my phone, bro.
Put your phone on
Everybody
your
said
pants.
Josh back as a producer.
Josh
yeah.
receipts.
Well, put a one in the chat if you want Josh back as the producer. Put a one in the
Run
chat.
it, chat. Let's run those
Yeah,
ones.
Put a one in the chat.
Shit gonna be full of ones.
Spam ones.
My people love me though.
Put a 2 if we need to go. Look at that. We need to go on Craigslist.
Jakeem,
Hey, yo, let's analyze the unfiltered clips though.
yeah. So
Oh
yeah,
man, that's a lot of ones.
I'm telling you, dog. My people love me, dog.
Yeah.
I love
So
y'all.
so
It's because he
Jakeem,
Mexican.
Jakeem is normally
Whoa,
on,
that was racist.
Whoa. What's up with
Red flag.
You Mexican?
What's up with this Trini,
Josh?
dog? No, I'm not. fucking
Oh,
with
you're
that.
not?
No, I'm
Ain't
Chilean,
nothing
and
bad about being
my
Mexican.
mom is French and German. So
Really,
I'm a
nigga?
mutt. Yeah.
I was finna say, damn, I
Nah,
got a
nah.
brother on the
Nah.
table.
Yeah,
I'm Mexican.
Oh shit, you're
Somebody on it?
Mexican?
Yeah.
Oh,
Which I thought I
damn.
was Chinese.
Viva la
Nah, I thought
raza.
you were like
Yeah.
Puerto
I thought you
Rican
were
or
Puerto
something.
Rican, yeah.
Nah.
Jakeem,
it's the-
Jakeem's
it's the
normally on the
fade.
camera, guys. So
It's the
he's.
fade.
Yeah, he's trying.
It's
We
the
give an
fade.
A.
I want to touch on something real quick, man. I want to talk about real quick value. I think
Mhm.
value, guys, is not only value can be anything. It can be
Mhm.
money. It could be your ideas. It could be, past tense, future, and present tense. And I think with that certain person, I would try to explain to him what value was that you could see. Hey, we started doing a Jakeem on the camera that moves around the studio, and we have these tables that we can move and we can create new sets. And like Basil was saying, we have these ideas, but these ideas are kind of getting smacked down, and
Correct.
it's like, man, we got to try to set ourselves apart. So I used to see a lot of people in the chat like, yo, you're just like this podcast, you're just like that podcast. But you guys are going to see now that the restrictions are kind of, the
Lifted,
chains have been
Yeah, it's gonna be
Our
freed.
oppressors.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's gonna be fabulous.
and we don't mind constructive criticism. I mean,
At
we'll
all.
probably do some things that we're like, that probably wasn't that great of an
Yeah.
idea. But you have to try to become a different show. So
Correct.
I mean, you guys may see this table layout here and there. What's awesome, guys, is at the bottom of these tables that I purchased, there's wheels. So we can literally at any point take these 3 tables out and have couches here, or have, I don't know, fucking
We just
play
create
Twister.
Don't leak too much.
Yeah.
Future ideas.
All right.
Don't
Well,
leak.
I won't leak it. But
Don't
what I'm
leak it.
saying is things will move and things can be replaced with different things. So
Mhm.
you guys are on the channel. You'll know it's the same show.
Bring up
It'll
Lord
be the same
Peachy.
people. It'll just be different.
We're gonna
Peaches.
honor the main supporters. Lord Peachy said, "Does anyone notice how this has brought us together? Love
Yeah.
and strength along one another." W Group. We appreciate
Facts,
you, Lord
Pete.
Peachy. I'm gonna go ahead and power you up and
Thank you,
drop
brother.
a gem on you. Let's see, who else do we got? I think I saw Dr. Kish up there.
Kish,
also,
the
yeah.
Hob.
Where's Dr. Kish
Yeah, the
at?
Hob is back too.
Yeah, Mickey's back too.
Mickey's back.
Mickey's back.
I didn't
Yeah,
even
Mickey.
see. These are people that I
Yeah.
didn't even know that left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
So Dr. Kish saying onwards and upwards.
Yes,
Shouts out
sir.
Dr.
Yes, sir.
Kish. Anyway, time for a new journey. That's 100% correct.
Anwar in the chat's crazy.
So we're gonna
That's crazy.
we're gonna create everything new,
Insane.
guys, in regards to like mentuition and everything, and we'll give you guys all that info once we have it. We'll send it in the chats that are currently there, or we'll post it on our Instagrams. So just watch out for that. And
Oh wait, Kate's back too in the chat.
Wait, I heard Anwar took 10K and ran off.
Yeah.
that's not true.
What?
Well, we're not gonna like throw allegations
Yeah.
here.
Josh, you gotta
Yeah.
burn that hoodie.
Nor am I going to
Yeah.
address it.
We'll help you out,
we're,
bro.
We
we're not
don't
gonna
address
just
it.
throw
I gotta burn
allegations
mine
around.
too.
Let's not talk about accusations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not here to like what's the word,
Bash
defamate
or
or
defame
anyone,
anybody.
yeah, defame anybody. We're not here to motherfucker this dude.
Just
like,
point
we're-
fingers
yeah,
at anyone,
yeah,
you know. It's
yeah.
kind of obvious.
So
like,
yeah,
It's
guys,
unnecessary.
we
yeah.
wanted this to be classy, not classless.
Yeah.
Correct.
And as you guys can hear how we're talking, said individual can't even play this back and go. It's
Who's
like
John?
we're I'm sorry.
John Anderson, he said, let's see if they remember me. Is he like an
John.
OG?
He might have been.
John
I
Anderson.
don't.
Click it.
yeah,
So I
I
can
remember.
see
I
it.
remember
Where is
John.
it?
John Anderson. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Josh remembers him.
I believe
do?
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as some of you guys, it was before my time. I'm sure I'll get to know you guys. We appreciate all the support. But yeah, no, that's cool to see a lot of people
Just coming back, you know what I
in the
mean?
chat, man. And
Yeah. I want to expand on something that Basil said in regards to women in men's ear. I think you said bewitched was the word you
Yes,
used, right?
yes.
Yeah, a lot of men are have been spells have been casted on them, and it's clear. I mean, it's clear, and and it's not even to take any credit at any responsibility off of person who we're referring to. I just want the young men who listen to understand, like, Mentuition is the perfect mentuition is the perfect name for this, because men, we also have intuition, but it takes time.
To build that.
Yeah, it takes time to build it. You know, it comes from experience, it comes from struggle, it comes from learning from those struggles, learning from issues that you came across, and then you build something. You build an intuition, in this case mentuition, right? This mental power that helps you repel the negative characteristics of other people, women included, because sometimes, you know, a woman might be able to whisper something in your ear, and because you're such a broken and shattered man, it'll, you know, sink into the depths of your soul and allow her to control what you think and believe. And you know, a lot of guys don't have that experience. A lot of guys don't develop that intuition because of the lack of self-development. But when you can develop yourself, you're impervious to that. It's very difficult for someone to come in your ear, man or woman, and, you know, plant a seed or in your head or put a battery in your back in order for you to make reckless decisions, disloyal decisions, dishonorable decisions, turn your back on those who were helping you make your dream come true. So guys, I want you guys to, you know, learn for something like this. I want you guys to really understand, you know, how deep this can be. You know, there's spiritual warfare out here. There's mental warfare out here. You know, there's IQ, EQ, and I think the other one is AQ. There's things that are built within us in order for us to be able to distinguish certain tactics that other people use, manipulation tactics that other people use in order to destroy you and destroy those around you. I tell you guys all the time, Law 10, the 48 laws of power, avoid the misfortunate, for it's an infectious disease. And that's what we're doing. We're avoiding the misfortunate, right? Because we don't want to be infected with that disease.
Yeah. Can you do me a favor and pull up? I don't
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. There you
Overview of Law 10, infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. My apologies. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Scroll down real quick so we can read that real quick for the chat. People who are perpetually means everlasting. People who are perpetually miserable spread misery like an infection, and they'll drown you with it. The sink has sunk. Avoid these people like a plague. Conversely, if you associate with happy people, you'll share in good fortune. They attract and spread.
Misery needs company. That's where that comes from.
Misery needs company. Misery yearns for it. Misery has a strong desire for company because misery is abundant. It's abundant. You know,
Jakeem, can you pull up? We had loyalty. We had a few other definitions that we wanted to speak on, and also chat. We are reading the chats. We'll have the chat monetized probably in the next couple of days, so you guys can actually send in super chats under the Mentuition Network. Let's talk about. Let's go up a little bit. Loyalty. Okay, so this is loyalty, a strong feeling of support and allegiance. You know that wasn't here. I think I want to talk about too, just loyalty, but also trust. I think sometimes when it's not even that we didn't trust the leader didn't trust us.
Correct.
And that's an interesting thing, chat, because when your leader doesn't trust you, distrust starts to spread itself in other areas. It's weird. Like, we trusted this said individual, he didn't trust us. And so he would, like, you know, it would be kind of like, did you do this? No, you didn't. It would be kind of like, yeah, I did. How could you think I wouldn't have? And then you start to internalize, well, maybe am I bugging? Am I doing something that may look like I'm some disloyal or distrustful person? And so loyalty and trust is super important. And I think we have all been loyal here at this table and trustworthy of each other. And I think that that's going to play a huge role in where this podcast goes from here on out.
Nico Rodriguez, we're not going to disclose what's going on. Just know that there was a lot of lies being told, a lot of trickery, a lot of hoodwinking, a lot of bamboozling. There was a lot of bullshit, and we're disassociating ourselves with this platform. That's all you need to know. We're not gossipers. We don't spill the beans. We're not. This isn't what's the name of that shit? This isn't Rumor Has It by Angela Yee.
The Shade Room.
This
and
isn't
shit.
the Red Table Talk. Like, these are men, bro. These are men. We don't fuck with chatty patties. We don't fuck with cat niggas. We don't, none of that. It's real men. We're just telling y'all there was disloyalty amongst the group, and the ones that you see here are those that weren't disloyal, those that were truthful. All right, so stop asking, please. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Jakeem, let's pull up the next. We had another definition. I think it was honor, respect. They should be on tabs there. Honor, high respect, great esteem, adherence to what is right, to a conventional standard of conduct.
High respect being great, like the perfect part of the definition. Great, and then great esteem. Go to esteem, please. Go down. Respect and admiration, typically for a person. Yeah, I think that you guys need to really understand, you know, the depths of what honor is. Honor is admiration and respect, right? Because when you respect and honor someone, respect and admire someone, you don't allow yourself to be fooled by the lies of others, right? Because you understand what it is. Go back to honor, please. You understand what it is. You know, notice high respect in honor, and then in esteem, respect. It means great respect, reverence. You understand? And that wasn't displayed.
Yeah, and I think that this said person was big on respect, big on loyalty.
Claimed to be.
Yeah, if you guys would watch any of the older shows and you're listening properly, that was a big thing said individual would say. I'm big on loyalty. I'm big on respect. I'm big on this. And it was crazy that the person who was spewing out that the most was the most disrespectful and the most dishonorable. Thank you, Jakeem, for that. That was perfect. Perfectly done. But you know, I think we had one more. Respect, actually. Jakeem, pull up respect. I think that's the last definition we have up there. It should be on a tab there. Okay. Yeah. A feeling of deep admiration for someone.
Again, admiration.
Or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
Due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. You know, go down.
There's a third one. Here it is.
Admire, another word. You see how all these words tie in together? Admire, admiration, someone or something deeply. To admire someone deeply as a result of their abilities. Put the thing back on me.
Full screen, Jakeem.
Full screen, please. Take the definition off. Yeah, full screen. There you go. So obviously the biggest screen, please. Obviously, you know, all of us could agree that there was a deep respect for this by us that you see at the table, but the one who claimed to have the most respect for it didn't have it, because if they did, they wouldn't have let you guys down. You know, and you said something very, very important to him yesterday. You said, "I'm disappointed." You didn't even say, "I'm mad. I hate you. I despise you." You said, "I'm disappointed."
Yeah.
Look up disappointed.
That's the main thing. I mean, it's betrayed, disappointed. You know, I'm not pissed at all. You know what I'm saying? It just shows your character at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, it shows the type of man that you are, you know, but you know, if anything, I'm more betrayed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm disappointed that well, I mean, we allowed it to, number one, we allowed it to get that far, and that it like none of us realized it. You know what I'm saying? Until it all came crashing down.
Yeah.
Disappointed, sad, or displeased because someone or something has failed to fulfill one's hopes or expectations.
And it's not like we had our own hopes and expectations. He gave us these hopes and expectations.
He was just a fake person.
That's the smartest thing Jakeem has said the whole day. Wow. I'm like in shock right now.
He's doing a lot.
He was just a fake person. He had y'all like thinking he was this one person when he was like the complete opposite. And he would always be like, I'm big on loyalty, I'm big on trust, because he couldn't be trusted and he wasn't loyal. He was projecting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think he got mommy issues. It's my personal opinion.
What happened?
Then you what?
What's that say? Tosh 199.
So wait, the super chats do work.
Okay, so the super chats do work. You guys, so go ahead and super chat. This is the new channel, Mentuition. You know, super chat. Well, you know, whatever. $1, $2, whatever you guys want. 50 cents, whatever. Just super chat. We're gonna create a threshold soon.
At some point.
At some point, you know, we're gonna create a a threshold at some point.
We're reading the chat here. Were you gonna say something, Josh?
You want to address that?
What
Basil?
is walking the wire saying?
Says, can Josh or Basil explain how said individual earned the position of a leader? Did he bring the money? That's not for you.
No further
That's not for
questions.
you, ladies.
No further
No,
questions.
I mean,
Yeah, let Josh
It's,
or Basil expand on that real quick.
I mean, the position was kind of set, kind of
Yeah.
like when I mean, that's how it was structured when I came in. You know, as far as the start of it, you know what I'm saying? That's you know, I mean, as far as leaders, you know, in my eyes, it was, you know, the guys before me. So Basil, Eric, you know, so those are the people who I was kind of following behind. So
Let me explain this in metaphor, unless you want to go ahead and expand that on that, Basil.
I
No?
don't like that.
So let me explain that in metaphor. And I've just been here a month, but I do a lot of reading and listening, right? So you got two inventors, right? You got Tesla, Nikola Tesla, and you got Thomas Edison. Put a one in the chat if you think that Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Put a one in the chat. Go ahead. And the reason why I'm bringing these two inventors up is because it's very important as to how we're going to distinguish a so-called leader. So you guys, to keep this short, an idea doesn't make you a leader. You know, an idea doesn't make you a leader. An idea is just something that you can bring to someone who can make this idea a reality, right? Sometimes a true leader can understand, you know what, this is just an idea. Let me make them help me do it, right? And then sometimes along the lines, you'll realize, damn, I'm not the leader. I'm just the one that had the idea. All of us have ideas, right? All of us had ideas. All of us have things that we want to do, right? So this is the difference between Thomas Edison and Tesla. Tesla is someone who would have an idea and hold on to it for dear life. This was my idea, right? Thomas Edison, on the contrary, he didn't have any fucking ideas. You know what I'm saying? He hired the best scientists to come up with ideas for him.
Right.
And I would argue that Thomas Edison was an even greater leader. Why? Because he knew his weaknesses and he knew his strengths. So what did he do? Like any leader, he said, you know what? I'm going to trademark these ideas in order for them to be spread out. A lot of people think he invented the light bulb. He didn't invent the light bulb, right? He trademarked it, right? Because he understood what he could and couldn't do. Versus Tesla, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Tesla invented the AC system that we know today. But
Elon bought it from Tesla from him.
huh?
Elon bought Tesla from him though. After that, no.
Elon?
Yeah.
No, not Elon Musk. We're talking about Nikola
Nikola
Tesla.
Oh,
the
yeah.
original.
I thought you were talking about the Tesla brand. Like,
No.
Nikola
Nikola Tesla.
Tesla.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Thomas Edison trademarked the AC, and a lot of people think that Thomas Edison invented the AC unit. That's what a leader does, man. A leader sees everybody's qualities, and he uses it to create something bigger than himself. Right now, the fame comes with it.
Right.
We know who Thomas Edison is more than Tesla. We don't know that Tesla invented it because he held on to his ideas, like, these are my ideas and I'm going to do it the way that I want to do it, instead of saying, okay, look, I have this idea. What can you do with it? Do something for it. And it's similar to the situation here. I mean, I came down to Miami with 10 episodes deep with 10 ideas for 10 episodes in advance, and none of them was used. Steve had plenty of ideas as to bring forth. A lot of them got disqualified. Me and Basil had a conversation also about certain ideas that he wanted to get implemented into the show. None of them were used. I'm not aware if Josh had any, but I'm sure you had.
He had a ton,
many.
ton of ideas.
And
every week.
Josh was,
Josh is just the idea guy.
every week.
Me and
That's
Josh-
Basil. I'd
Josh
be
is
getting
the
on
idea
Basil's
guy.
ass all the time.
Yeah.
He
Steve
does.
too.
And me and Josh would talk off,
Yeah.
just on the
Yeah.
phone, and he'd tell me stuff that we could do all the
Great
time.
ideas.
Yeah.
But
it's
know.
because, again, just like Tesla, like Nikola Tesla, no, my idea is this, which in reality, this idea is a copy and paste of an already existing idea, right? This is my idea, and this is how we're going to run. Us seeing the bigger picture. You know what? This is the perfect platform to spread a message in abundance to the young men who need to hear it, to the young men who perhaps don't have older brothers and siblings worthy of being looked up to. And we're going to use it as a way of spreading this message. So we ran with it. It's not about how did this person end up being the leader. It's like, you know what? Let's play our position.
Right.
Law number 1 in the 48 laws of power. Go ahead and bring that up, Jakeem, when you have it. Never outshine the master. Play your fucking position. Focus on life. See what you missing. Reality, the tale of the caliber. That's Nas. You know, and that's what you do. That's what you do, right? Never outshine the master in your quest to impress the people above you. Don't flaunt your talents too much. If your superior feels insecure, they'll find ways to replace you. Even if you're currently in favor, don't take it for granted, as you can easily
Eric's
fall
favorite
That's
word.
fucking crazy, bro. Yeah,
fall out of yo, Jakeem,
Jakeem, just
bad, bro.
mute your mic, dog.
mute your mic, bro. And stay off your phone, bro. You know, favor with the wrong moves. So you play your position, bro. You don't necessarily do everything to outwit or, you know, outshine the quote unquote leader. You play your position for the greater good of what something can be.
Yeah, I want to comment on that. Jakeem, you can take it off the screen real quick. I want to comment on that. I want you guys to understand something. Can you go to camera 2, please? I want you guys to understand something. If said individual were smart, said individual would have waited until we actually got to a huge, you know, following, like ginormous,
100K,
and then
150.
did what said individual would have done. And I want to touch on what he said about never outshining the master. One of the biggest, one of the greatest things about the first law, the 48 laws of power, it's kind of like the Wu-Tang Clan, right? They all were together rapping in this big group, and then eventually, as it got bigger, they spread apart and did their own thing.
Yes,
But
yes.
then they could come back
And
whenever
do
they wanted and do
mine.
another Wu-Tang thing,
Yeah.
and the thing would be
Huge.
lit. So it's funny because I think we were at that turning point, especially with the Destiny stream. Chat, you can let me know if you agree or disagree, but I think we were at that point where it's like, okay, these guys are going somewhere. We were getting a lot of if you guys go back to that Destiny stream, there were a lot of comments of people that were Destiny fans that were like, yo, like, okay, you know, and I want to just for the record comment on that Destiny stream because there was a question about it during the next live we did, but I didn't really answer it. Guys, when I spoke with Destiny and I spoke to his crew, I said, I want to have an open discussion where we ask Destiny questions, maybe interview style, maybe not, where we would snag, right? Like you're fishing and you get snag on a rock. We would snag on a debate. So it really wasn't supposed to be a debate. It was supposed to be like an unfiltered show where then a conversation, open discussion where we would go into a debate. It wasn't really meant to be that way. So just to address that, a lot of the Destiny fans were like, this isn't a debate. You should have came with statistics and fucking stats. And I'm like, no, nigga, like, fuck you talking. Like, I get what you guys thought. And we also named it debate, which I think wasn't the best name, but it was supposed to be just an open discussion with Destiny. And I'm sure we would get into something where we disagree with him, and we did. But we will, in the future, do a actual debate. A debate is more structured, right? There's a mediator. You're going to argue this side. You may not even agree with this side, but like you guys are pro-life. This side is pro-choice.
Why?
And you're just going to see who did their research the best and do that debate.
Correct.
We didn't really want to do a debate with Destiny. We just wanted him on the table and we wanted to kind of chop it up with him and see where he could go. So I just wanted to you know, make that come to light. But I also just want to say, yeah, guys, like never outshine the master is great. And I also think that we did that. I think that we all played our role perfectly. But there was an insecurity, a lack of trust that was there.
Lack of trust, I think, would have been the biggest thing. Lack of trust, or you know, only I can do everything right, kind of, you know, attitude.
Right. And I want to touch just real quickly on that though. There was an aura in the room, guys, that I see. I'm a very smart person. I can pick people apart very quickly. I could see that said individual would use like their respect, like. Picture this, chat. Like you come in the room, you're angry about something. And so it's like, I'm mad and everybody else better watch out because I'm mad, right? I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Tasmanian Devil, but Taz has a fucking tornado around him. He's going, and he's just fucking hitting things. And you see his fucking hand, is all this shit coming out of it. And it was like, I never know when he's going to, you know, kick me, knee me, hit me low blow. It was kind of like this. And then Taz stops and he's normal. right? There you go, Taz, right? Just spinning and fucking just swinging at everybody. And so it was kind of like my anger is worth more than your anger because I run this, or my I feel disrespected, so you should also feel disrespected too, right? So I didn't like that. It bothered me because Basil's his own man, Hector's his own man, Josh is his own man. We all have different thresholds of what would make us mad or angry. And said individual thought, I guess, like, I'm mad, everybody should be mad, everybody should be angry, everybody should be doing this. And so it just didn't sit well with my spirit and just my way of being a man. And I had to call him out on that specifically. But I don't know if you were going to say anything, Hector, but I just wanted to chat to understand that about Destiny, but also understand about when I say hostile work environment, these were the kind of things you would deal with when you come in here. It's like, is he having a good day today? Like, is something going to fly my way? Is someone going to try to swing on me? Like, I don't know what's going on. And I'm not going to dance around your attitude. I don't want to, like, there shouldn't be, I'm hunched over like I'm turtle shelling, hoping that, like, no, bro, I'm 35 years old. Yeah. Like, the last time I was bullied, I was like in 5th grade. You know what I mean? Like, but you guys ever get into a fight or about to be a fight situation, you hear a dude go, I'm a grown ass motherfucking man. And the other dude goes, I'm a grown man. And that's when we kind of, you kind of husk up your shoulders like, hold up, bro. Like, I'm too old to be being talked to like that. I wouldn't let my dad or my mom, or I wouldn't even let a family member talk to me like how you're talking to me. What makes you think you can talk to me like that? So there were certain things like that, guys, where and the last thing I'll say on that, guys, is some things don't have to be said in the way they're said. A certain individual would take this regurgitated line. It doesn't make a difference if I say shut up or shut the fuck up. Yeah. And actually there is a difference. Yeah. If I tell someone to shut the fuck up, or if a girl gets kicked out and I say, you stupid bitch, then you could have just said, get out.
Yeah. 65% of communication is nonverbal, but the other 35% is verbal and tonal.
Right.
Tonal communication, the tone in which you say something.
Right. The influx of your voice, the tone of your voice
matters, yo. Like when the communication stuff that I teach these men, like tonal, like the tone of your voice matters a lot when you're speaking to somebody. Mm-hmm. The speed in which you speak matters a lot, because if I'm talking like this, you're like, no one's gonna get like it. There's a sense of attention that people pay when you speak slowly. If you guys are familiar with that court case with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, when he was communicating what happened to the judge, he spoke very slowly. Very deep in his voice.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
I'm sure you guys remember, right? Because it means something. It means something. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. There's no need for you to have to raise your voice. And our panelists, are there dumb women out there? Sure, but there's also dumb men. And dumb makes dumber, right? And that's what it looks like. Yeah. It's like this. It was this degenerate kind of behavior, bro. And, paired up with disingenuine characteristics and, the lying and the cheating, I'll say.
The need for power.
Ultimately, malicious intent.
What's another good negative word? Meagerness. That's one. Meagerness. Chat, look up meagerness. I know what it means, but I want you guys to look up what it means to be meager. Right.
And you also have to use those destructive words like all of this to annihilate, destroy,
to disintegrate. Right.
What we've built here at the podcast. So yeah, it's. You can't follow a leader. Like, if I know there's a pit over there with spikes that have fire, spouting out them, I can't, like you said, the leader, you said they go this way. Well, that would mean they know the spikes are there, rather than maybe he knows, but he's pointing to have you guys go first.
Jump in there.
Yeah. See what happens when you, right. Like, so you can only take but so much if you're a strong-minded man and you're a smart man. I will say this as well. Like, some people think that they got you. Like, they think that you're stupid. I think what bothered me the most was the insult. It was like he was insulting my intelligence. It was like, you think I'm that stupid? You think I'm that dumb that I didn't notice what you just did there? Or, like, I actually know I know the truth. And so I'm going to confront you about this truth. And I'm going to wait and see how, deeper you dig the ditch. So that was one of the things that really, that really bothered me.
Yeah.
We looked, what was the word? Meager.
Look up meager.
Pull it up, Jakeem, real quick.
I see you guys of something provided or available lacking in quality.
Yeah.
In quantity
Right.
or quantity, bro.
Exactly.
Like inadequate, scanty,
Right.
limited, restricted. My nigga.
This is perfect fucking definition.
Meager. Yes, meager.
Um,
Poor, miserable, pitiful.
Also, guys, real quick.
Measly.
Inadequate.
Piddling.
Pathetic.
Contemptibly small review.
Yeah. But guys, like the fucking video. We're on the Mentuition Network now. So like the video, send in your super chats. You can actually send them in now that we're
No,
streaming.
it's not. It's not working. Like on my end, I can't super
So
chat. So we're gonna figure it out.
We'll fix it. I don't know how they got super chats in some.
Maybe he's doing it on PC or something.
Yeah, maybe you have to do it a certain way. But
we'll figure it out, guys. We'll get back to y'all on that.
But yeah, chat again. We're gonna answer any chats from any of the core subscribers. And we'll certainly we're looking at the chat now, guys. So if you have any questions,
go ahead and any questions that you have, go ahead.
Shout out to Adam, man. Adam's been a supporter for a minute.
Adam's been a go.
Did all of these people leave and come back because of said individual? Is
A
this
good
what's
amount
happening?
of them.
Yeah,
a good amount
most of them.
We got
Okay.
a lot of girls in here that left and they came back.
Correct. A lot.
Shout out to
Oh,
y'all,
that work with
Dahab,
the-
Mickey. Yeah, a lot of the girls that were in the chats and they would come here frequently and whatnot.
Oh,
They kind of
wow.
disassociated themselves from us
Wow.
a few weeks ago. Or whatever.
Wow.
It looks like everyone's back though.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that goes to show you how, the way that you behave turns people off. It turns people off. And I say this a lot too, you guys. Like sometimes someone might want to work with you because you're associated with a specific person, that makes you look
100%.
bad. It's like, look, brother, I like you, but you hang out with him and he makes you look bad. And since you look bad, if I hang out with you, you make me look bad. And I can't have that. Look up, I think it's Law 5, reputation is everything, guarded with your life. Just type in reputation is everything, 48 laws of power. Bring up DeFritzo for me, Fanny, please. DeFritzo, are y'all going to run the show the same days? We're going to come to a conclusion as to whether or not we will or not. It depends. We might. We still, like I said, we're bouncing ideas. We're figuring out what we're going to do with, the Mentuition Network moving forward. Because, like I said, I mean, we have so many ideas. We want to capitalize on all of them. It's just so many great things that we can do moving forward. So we will definitely keep you guys updated. Bring up baby girl Ari. Yeah, Law 5. Law 5, so much depends on reputation, guarded with your life. You're off the top of the head. I thought I was wrong. Look, like I said, Law 5. Your reputation is the cornerstone of your power. You can use it to intimidate and win. But if it becomes tarnished, you open yourself up to being vulnerable to attack.
That is correct.
Yeah, Dahab said, I'm actually really excited for the new chapter. Seems more respectful and open-minded. Miss y'all. Dahab, thank you. I don't know who you are, so I doubt that you can miss me, but you obviously miss these guys.
Shout out to Dahab.
Dahab was old studio.
What's that
big
say?
supporter.
Is this going to be men and women? Baby girl Ari, we haven't officially decided what direction we're going to go. However, like I said, we have so many ideas that we're going to just go back to the drawing board and see, which ones we're going to begin to implement first. There's obviously going to be, different shows under this network. We're not just going to keep it one boxed in template, copy and paste kind of thing. Josh has ideas. Basil has ideas. Steve has ideas. I have some ideas, and, Steve and I were actually speaking about some ideas that, we're planning on doing moving forward. And I know that you guys are gonna like it.
Mhm.
Jennifer said, "I'm so proud of you guys that we're able to see the bad seed and remove it." Yes, definitely. Definitely. You got to keep your grass real low,
Shout
just
out
in
to
case
Tim, too.
snakes. Yeah, Tim M
Tim's
said, "I
been
see
in
the
the
pod
shit.
becoming stronger and more unified after this sky's the limit now." Yeah, man, 100%.
Sir.
Yeah, man.
I actually see Tim a lot in the chats
Mhm.
also. Michaela said
He's one of our mods.
he's
too.
one of them. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, wow.
Yeah, we'll mod you guys up
yeah.
again soon, guys.
Yeah.
So anybody who was a mod, we'll mod you back.
What-
I'm gonna get with Steve, bro. And we're gonna set all that up, guys. So,
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
gonna.
Michaela Montana said, "I can't wait to miss you guys." What? I can't wait to miss you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad to come back to something more valuable. It feels so good to be back. Yeah.
out to
Anybody
you,
who,
Thank you, Mickey.
yeah, just hit a basil, and we'll discuss everything moving forward. Money captivates. I got sponsorships. Money captivates again. Hit a basil, and we'll definitely have a conversation as to
shit.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, we could finally have sponsorships.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Go
No, it's
to the
facts,
other
though.
one he
He's-
did.
No, not
Facts.
that.
He's
That's
right.
He
we
said what?
lost like 3 sponsorships.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, "So ready to support this new chapter. I want to see more of Basil and Josh. More economic knowledge for these young men and women." Money
Facts.
captivates. Yeah, great,
It's the
great,
goal, bro.
great chat. Yeah, definitely. This definitely is a new chapter. There's definitely a lot of growth. I do see a very bright future ahead. I'm sorry that this happened to y'all all. To you all. I know that y'all put everything into it. I hope moving forward, full of blessings and upcoming fortune. Baby girl Ari, you don't have to be sorry because this was meant to happen. We
Mhm.
definitely do appreciate you feeling that way. However, I think that again, you have to destroy to rebuild. Destroy to rebuild. It's part of growth.
Mhm.
It's part of growth. Where else are we at?
Yeah, we
Oh,
again-
happy to see you guys are standing on your morals. ZM, definitely. I mean, we mentioned it earlier in the video. Morals, that moral compass that men are supposed to navigate through the labyrinth of life is very important. And again, sometimes those men that are navigating with said compass are separated by miles, sometimes separated by age, but the moral compass is there nonetheless.
Mhm.
I pray for you guys. Oh, that's Jakeem. Jakeem said, "I pray for you guys. I could only understand what y'all are going."
Thank you,
Jakeem,
Jakeem.
shut up.
You're an idiot, bro.
You,
Thank
you guys
Jakeem.
may
Stay
see
off the phone. Focus on the camera angles.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah.
Jennifer Hernandez said, "I was on the show once, but I saw now he would treat others, and I personally didn't like it. You guys are more respectful and intelligent. Bright future and blessings." Jennifer, we
Thank you,
appreciate.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
See,
LMFAO.
Now, that
Nancy
was
Drew
a-
said, "Let's get to the truth." We already told you. Let's see.
rewatch the video.
Yeah, I can finally go back on the show. Yes,
I wonder why he
definitely.
couldn't. I don't know. Who
who
is that?
knows?
No comment. No
Mm,
comment.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Let's see. Are y'all moving? Oh, what? David, OMG. Just don't bring up like random shit. Just bring up those. Yeah. Are y'all moving into a different studio? No, we're not. We're just revamping the already present studio. Steve was, very good in building this. We really got to have 2 studios. The other one you guys haven't even seen. I know the Mentuition core members have seen it, but those that are coming from the prior platform haven't seen it. We can't wait to show you guys,
Mhm.
especially with the new ideas that we've had. Where else are we? Yeah, definitely subscribe.
What do you say?
To go onwards.
What do you say? Y'all gotta give back the paintings.
Inside joke.
Yeah, that's an inside joke.
Where is that painting at? It's gone. I
Mhm.
don't know where it is.
Nah,
but-
that painting's
That shit's in storage.
Whoever came back, welcome back. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, man. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys, man, because honestly, I was expecting a lot of people to be in the chat, but wow, I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
are
Yeah, we got 100. We've had 100 people consistently in here.
yeah,
for the
you
whole
guys
show,
are
man.
awesome.
To the people that feel betrayed and were mentally abused from, you mean by this man, don't feel bad for him. He has no emotions and he's happy right now. That's what socios do. I would argue that he
I
has
would-
too much emotions.
I would disagree. I think he
Yeah.
is very emotional
Yeah.
and very erratic.
And yeah, men don't get mentally abused. Where are we at?
Go to brunettes.
Yeah, keep them coming. Whoever's controlling, yeah, keep them coming. I can feel a good change coming for you guys. I feel peace for you. We'll always support. YSA.
Isa.
Oh, Isa. Oh,
My name's
Isa.
spelled with a Y.
Isa and
Right.
Fanny, I am a
Yeah.
DM away if you ever need to talk. Shout out to brunettes.
Gossip.
Brunettes
Shout out to
always-
you, Jess. Jess has always
Oh.
been a loyal supporter.
Where are we at?
Keep them coming.
Yeah,
chat.
keep them coming. How do you all feel about game time during the show? We
Having
always
game
play.
times.
Oh yeah, we always.
Well,
we
no,
play
no.
a
Do you
game.
remember returning girls? She's a returning girl.
Oh,
She
so it's
doesn't know-
another
Oh,
kind
you
of
guys
game.
doesn't-
Oh, she's returning. Yeah.
she just doesn't know we play.
Oh, okay,
games.
okay. So
She
yeah,
doesn't.
baby girl Aria, we do play games. We actually have a theme song.
We have all the games. in the
Yeah,
back,
we
too,
play a
like
little game
cards.
called "You Can't Be That Stupid,"
And what was the guy one that
and
we
then the new
incorporated?
game was
Are you something a man?
"Can't Be Man Enough."
You're
Yeah.
not man. enough.
Yeah,
You're
you're,
not
not
man
man enough. Yeah.
We got the card game too.
We have a card game. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff that we're going to start
Yeah.
implementing, you guys. So what is it? This is for Basil. I saw you weren't on the show for some time. Was it because of the current situation? You can answer that, Basil.
Current situation. Ideas weren't heard, and I didn't like what I was putting out to the world. I did not want to be associated with what was being put out, so I didn't like being on it every single day. So I told them that I would do it maybe once a week.
Yeah, me and Basil talked a lot, and there were just certain shows that Basil I don't think rocked with certain ideas. And shout out to Basil. Basil was always front face, like, nah, I don't rock with that. I won't be here for that show.
Mhm.
So I do appreciate Basil's complete and utter honesty, but also Basil was always like, yo, I think the show should go this way, or I think we should do it this way. Same with Josh. So and we'll take more ideas from the chat too. Like
Yeah.
I think, or we'll try something and we'll take
See if
constructive
it goes.
constructive criticism.
Kate Swacetto said, "Much respect to you guys for how you guys handled the situation. Looking forward to seeing what y'all do next."
Appreciate it.
Shout out
Appreciate
to
it.
Kate.
W.
Where else are we at? Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Nancy, people keep
All of them. It
What
says
did Tim
shouts
say?
out to Basil. Like let's get the good
Yeah,
ones.
if it's not disrespectful or something crazy, we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. Does this mean everyone at the table will all be here for here on out? We still haven't decided that. Like we said, we're went back to the drawing boards. We definitely have a subtle blueprint as to how we're gonna, expand the show moving forward. But
Mhm.
there's potential for different things, different contents. I know Josh and I had a conversation before the show about something that could potentially be huge. Maybe we could put that onto the Mentuition channel. I mean, there's so many ways we can take it, you guys. I mean, this is a fresh beginning. Think about it like this. Think about a white canvas,
Mhm.
and you have 1, 2, 3, 4 painters right here, and we're like this.
Mhm. Exactly.
And I have a paintbrush here. He has some new paints
Mhm.
that just came out,
Mhm.
and they have ideas,
Right.
and we're about to just start painting the shit out of this canvas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So just think about it like that.
Mhm.
Think about it
Mhm.
like that. Y'all are going to skyrocket if y'all keep going,
Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. For sure. For sure.
because you all are much more respectful.
Someone said, who is part of the team? Everyone you see here, there's a bunch of people behind the
And
scenes.
we got
too.
Dom that's not here
Dom
right
is in
now.
here,
Dom is
yeah.
in
Tampa
yeah.
for sure. Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando.
Yeah,
Teamwork
Tampa's
makes the
shit.
dream work, guys. There's
Mhm.
a lot. Like there's I know you guys, they see the streams getting put up, but like there's the girls, there's the stream getting put up, there's
Yeah.
the going on here. Then Dom does the thumbnail, and then there is so much to do a podcast. It is not easy, man.
It's not. I
You
think
guys
people
have the
just didn't
slightest
go.
idea.
You just click
Yeah.
live and you're
Yeah.
good.
Right. And so
Put up your phone and shit, and you're just like, "Hey guys!"
right. And you
Yeah.
can do it that way, but I hope you guys can see all around us all the effort that we're trying to do. But when you walk in, and like I said, you walk into a hostile work environment along with all the other things that need to be done. And don't get it twisted. Some of it's just clicking buttons and copy and pasting, but it's still like every day you got to do it. This girl canceled, that person canceled. What are we gonna do? When Destiny was here, we're all in here. Basil has on like a 3-piece, something going on. We got to take Jasmine Jafar upstairs and seat them, and then get them water. And Fanny's washing cups and bringing out this and doing that. Jakeem's signing people in and wanding them down. I mean, there's a whole bunch going on, guys, that you don't see pre-show. That's like insane. It's like
very valuable.
yeah,
Yeah,
and,
very
and
valuable.
everything matters, but also plays its part, because if one thing isn't done, it could throw off everything. Again, said individuals used to say things that were right. The problem was he would go about handling them the wrong
Wrong
way.
way, correct.
Everything matters. There is some truth to everything mattering. I do believe in that. But if Jakeem's,
Everything fucking matters.
Right.
Everything fucking matters.
if Jakeem,
You're not God.
or something happens where Jakeem's dreads in the shot, or you guys see a camera, it's like, I don't need what the fuck is, it's like, you could have just said, hey, like, there's a way you approach somebody. Like,
Next
you
time
could,
we just gotta be a little more observant about this,
Right.
Or that, or
or you could even implement like a 3-strike rule, right? All right, he did it once. Hey man, you did that. Second time, hey man, I told you not to. Third time, okay, now you can be a little more aggressive. It was like a 0 to 100.
Mhm.
It was like, hey man, that was my first offense. That was the first time it happened.
There was
Why
no
are you
dash
turning
in the
up
middle.
on me?
Yeah, there was no dash in the middle.
You're turning up on me like I've done this several times. And I was always like, I don't understand that. That was very odd, an odd style or way to lead a team. And that won't happen here. I think that we all know none of us are perfect. I've gotten into it with Basil behind the scenes. Me and Repos had a few back and forths. Me and Hector have yet to get into anything, but we've had maybe a few disagreements, but nothing crazy. But what I'm saying is, we can all sit next to each other and have a conversation, and everybody respectfully disagree. It's never going to be a fight.
Roses,
I've
yeah.
never felt that I had to fight anybody.
I mean, especially the people in this room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The last thing that I would ever think about doing
It's fine.
is fighting any of you guys. I mean, unless you slept with my girl,
Right. None of that.
you
and
kicked
none of
my
that's happening.
cat,
Right.
like some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like I would never ever think about fighting you. Yeah,
He
you
capping.
you
You
talk-
talk me in the chat every day.
But we
Jakeem,
trolling.
shut
We
your
troll you,
extension
Jakeem.
having ass up, boy. But yeah, I mean, we're not. I'm not about to fight. Jakeem, I'm out of your weight league, but we're
get dragged.
we're not doing any of that. Unless you violate completely on a different level.
And that was what was so interesting to me. There was really no violation. I didn't F your chick. I didn't look at your girl. I didn't do anything that constitutes. Again, chat, there's different thresholds. A weak-minded man or a guy who hasn't dealt with a lot of different issues in their life will get offended very quickly. I've seen guys from hoods, I knew a dude, he shot and killed a dude because they were making fun of his shoes. Right. But that's the thing about having a short temper or getting angry very quickly. You don't know how short the person you're turning up on, what their threshold is.
Yeah.
So I remember we had a show in here. There's bare knuckle boxers in here. And before the show, it was like, yo,
after Steve is done talking, I want you to bring up Emmanuel's joint. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to address that.
Yeah, we had some MMA fighters in here, guys.
Yeah.
Frequently and they'll come back to the show. I'm sure they really enjoyed it. But it was kind
I
of
got
like
it, Jakeem.
it was kind of like this, if anybody wants to fight, we can fight. And I'm like, dude, these guys are professional fighters.
Yeah,
They will knock all us the fuck out.
I mean,
So I'm looking at dude like, is this serious, or are we what are we doing? So I just, I again, that's the leading me down a path of like, why? My question was always with said person was, but why? What do we have to prove? Why does it have to get to that point? They didn't say fuck your dead homies. Like there was nothing said that could bring you from 0 to 100. It was odd in my opinion. We had a chat we were going to bring up by Emmanuel.
Yeah. So it says, it seems as if this has been going on for a while. What power did he have over y'all to allow this BS? It had nothing to do with power over any one of us. It's that we believed in what this could have been.
Jakeem Wide Angle, damn it. When he points,
right.
There it is.
When I point, yeah, that's when the newscaster is like, what the fuck?
Right.
When we believed in what this could have been.
We really did, guys.
Yeah,
We're like,
and how many lives this had the potential to reach.
yeah.
How many young men and women we could have impacted with the message that we're trying to spread. Because again, those 4 words: loyalty, honor, respect, valor, bravery, brotherhood. I know that was more than 4, but we all believe in that.
Sociopaths have a way of charm. That was one of the traits of a sociopath. So they're very good at getting in and kind of roping you in. You kind of want to help them. And so I think that's kind of what happened. It wasn't a power, or you can say in a sense it was. They have the gift of gab, and they can kind of hypnotize you into believing in their dream, and then the attachment starts, right, where we get attached to you guys, right? So it's like, well, man, like, I don't want to let the chat down. I don't want to let DeFrizzo down, or Trey down, or Peachy down, or whoever. And so we had to do this, because I'm like, yo, what about Peach? Like, what about these guys are like,
What about
damn, another
David,
month or two of
Captain,
no
yeah.
show, or what happened? I can't let that happen against you guys, because now I'm attached. And so you can't let said individuals' mishaps stop you from the greater good. And so we know you guys rock with us. We rock with y'all. You know, I fuck with people who fuck with me, you know, and I think you have to be good to good people. I wouldn't say I was nice to said leader. I think I was good to him. And once I saw that goodness was, I like to say goodness was mistaken for weakness, that's when I was kind of like, look, man, nah, this ain't it, bro. And something's gonna happen that's gonna be real bad. And we're all gonna look
bad,
stupid. And it's just, you know what I mean? And we're warning you though, like, yo,
chill, bro. Calm down.
Stop.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
It should be this way.
Right. And so, you know, if said leader would always say, I'm big on respect, but there was a high level of disrespect that he had for his team, because his team couldn't come to him and say something and him actually take it in. Sometimes he would, but most of the time he wouldn't. It would be like whenever he felt it was, you know, his feelings, or however he felt that day. As I told you, he would come in and I'm like, is he having a good day today? But I'm thinking in my head, the man in me is like, I don't give a F like what he, like, why am I trying to duck and like tail in between my legs like a dog? Like, bro, like, we're all in here. We're trying to give you guys a great show. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show, where we have a camera that zooms in on people, girls stand up. You know, we're trying to do this really cool shit. I got crazy. You guys will see, I got cameras that do all kinds of shit that I'm going to start mounting in these studios that you guys are like, damn, these motherfuckers got an angle from this angle. And so we have these ideas. We're very smart individuals, and we can see the future of what the podcast could be. But when you have somebody that says no, or it needs to look this way, you know, round table style, like, yeah, this is cool sometimes, but other times we can shoot somewhere else, or we can do something different. And I think that the crowd will enjoy it. And if they don't, they'll tell us that they don't.
Yeah.
So I think that there's just there's a freedom now that we have for you guys. And I hope you guys will see it and appreciate the content. And I will say, guys, that the content will be different. It will be different. It will be far
100%.
different. What I'm doing now on the channel is very different. You know, I was more on the passport bro movement type of stuff, but I really want to segment this channel now into, you know, what Hector does, fitness. You know, Basil's done a bunch of interviews that maybe you've put out, but we haven't really. You know, maybe we just did an interview.
Yeah, we just did one
They
with
will
Brian
be put
DeMarco.
out.
They
Yeah.
will be put out.
That will be put out. Jakeem has Young Hustlers, which we haven't done much for that because we just haven't had time, because all of us had been dedicating everything
Unfiltered.
to this. Yeah, thanks, Jakeem. Everything. If you weren't already on wide angle, we've been dedicating everything to this, guys. I'm not shitting you. I've stopped doing. To my local, my Mintuition family, I stopped doing this. A lot of people that are in the chat, Trey is from, believe it or not, Trey is active in the chat. Trey is from Mintuition
every day.
And I would tell said individual, like, yo, a lot of people from Mintuition don't rock with you, but a lot of them do. And believe it or not, a lot of we were dual streaming on Unfiltered and Mintuition, and I would get 500-600 views just on this channel alone from the podcast we were doing. So I'm like, wow. And it would hit the algo differently. And so I'm saying all that to say, you know, this channel is gonna change. We're gonna keep a lot of the core things on here. It's growing, and I think that it'll grow so much better with the team that I have here.
Definitely.
So I'm appreciative of you guys even giving it the chance. I mean, we could obviously start a new channel or whatever, but I think that it's a great segue. It's a great name.
Yes.
And you know, you guys are gonna really enjoy what we have in store.
Yeah. I would argue it's the perfect name.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what we're, you know, pushing is
Yeah, like
that
what we went
intuition.
over.
Yeah, that experience that men need
It's
in order to
crazy.
lead us out of this destruction. I mean, if you guys, you know, have seen me, I mean, I've been here for a month on the show. So you guys always see me hold men almost completely responsible, you know, and accountable for what it is. I mean, we created the world as we know it. you know, and I always talk a lot about sexual discipline. I always talk a lot about accountability, and it's that intuition, which, you know, you ingeniously created that mesh, that men intuition, and put it together, made a word. You know, we should actually define it. We should actually define it in
the description.
Yeah, we'll
put
define it in the description. I mean, it's the perfect name, you know, in regards to where we're taking this as we know it into the future.
Yeah, and I think we'll, like I said, chat, we're gonna add a bunch of different things, and certain things are gonna hit really cool, and again, we may change it up, and there may be something else that you guys like. So we're just gonna try different things to see what you guys like. It'll be the Mintuition Network, and then under the network there'll just be different shows, different segments. Like a radio station has a morning show, there's a afternoon show, and a night show. So we'll figure it out. Like I said, we haven't really talked about complete specifics yet, but we're definitely gonna create something really awesome for you guys.
That's something that literally we're probably gonna get down to the nitty gritty when we leave here. We're just gonna be in the chat, just throwing ideas everywhere and whatnot, and just try to better the podcast for you guys. So
yeah. Do we have any more chats? Let's see.
I know we missed a lot. Shouts out DeFritzo. Shouts out to y'all. Keep it going. DeFritzo, we appreciate it. You've been a real good supporter, man. We don't got to go to him. It's cool, though. We don't got to go to him. Go Basil. Okay, I mean, we could backtrack. 7 minutes, you guys, and we're logging out. So go ahead and, send your chats. We'll read the ones that we approve of. Josh, I'm your biggest fan from Sam.
Sam, loga calentona, dude.
What
the fuck did you just
I know
say?
her.
Warmer, calentona, right? Warmest. I'm happy you guys are continuing this. Appreciate you, ZM. Thanks for explaining. No doubt. Go down. Let's see if we got some new ones, new comments.
Yeah, put your comments in now, guys. We're gonna read them.
I like Hector, bro. I want to meet him. Money Captives. Yeah, man. Where we at?
Yeah, Hector's, man. You guys can't deny Hector brought and brings a different perspective, aura, feel to the show. That's why I had invited him. That's why I had introduced him to the previous said leader. But I was like, yo, you got to meet this guy. It's like,
yeah, we have been talking about it for a while too. Yeah. Like coming down here. I was supposed to be on your show.
Yeah, he was gonna be on Mintuition.
Yeah,
and we talked about the stars kind of didn't align, and he came. But I think everything happens for a reason. I hate to be cliche, but like him being here and actually live, I would have never thought that would happen. That he would move from North Carolina to do this. So the fact that he's here is insane.
Yeah, you guys. It was like I was supposed to come June. I ended up going to Vegas in June. No, July. I was supposed to come in July. I ended up going to Vegas in July. Met up a really good friend of mine out there.
What happened in Vegas?
Bro, I'm not a fan of Vegas. I met my friend out there. He's he's a pretty known, I don't want to just but he's a NFL player. So I hung out with him, showed us an amazing time. I actually put him on my show.
You're supposed to say that cliche line.
Had a great
whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh, whatever.
Nothing really is about to say, yo, I did this and that.
Nothing really happened. I mean,
casino?
Yeah, no, I'm not a gambler, bro. I'm not a gambler. The one and only time that I remember really gambling, bro, I won a game of pool, and then the moment I bet, I lost.
Damn,
you got bamboozled.
No, it was my boy. He didn't play.
Yeah,
he didn't know how to play for real. But I kind of taught him real quick, and then he.
Oh, so you were
won.
trying to fuck him over?
No, I was just playing, and he was like, "Yo," I was like, "Shit, bet a dub," and he, So I'm not a gambler. But nothing happened in Vegas. So I went to Vegas in July. Then I went to New York in August. I went to New York in August, and I met up with the BFP brothers out there, and then I came, in September. Was it September 8th, right?
Yo, Jakeem, pull up Logic's That's Why I Hate Miami. Go ahead. I have said this since I've been down here, and I said it to Hector earlier. I said, yo, since I moved to Miami,
shut that shit up, bitch
there's
nigga.
There's a bunch of stupid people. Jakeem, can you hit the stupid button for me, please? There are a bunch of stupid people that I've met here that are in these like positions of power. Miami has a lot of money. There's a lot of flash, but a lot of them are dumb as a doorknob.
Idiots.
Thank you, Jakeem. So yeah, I don't know if anyone in the chat lives here. I'm sure some of you do because you're local supporters. But one of my biggest gripes with Miami is that there's just a bunch of like fake people who act like they're smart, but they're not that smart, or it's just a lot of like low vibrations here. Like I can't really explain it, but it's a lot of degeneracy. It's a lot of like,
That's how Vegas felt.
I'm going to wear an Amiri's t-shirt and I can dress now. It's like, you don't have style. Like it's just a bunch of nonsense, but it's like a love-hate relationship. I do like it here. And I think there's a lot of opportunity here. We were talking about the gym and we were talking about certain people that could be met around here in Miami. So there's always a celebrity or someone strolling through here. So it's great for networking, but like living here and dealing with the people, sometimes it sucks. Yeah. So I agree with you, Logics. I just wanted to comment on that because Miami's a different kind of place, man.
Go to Jerome Averett. I don't know why you guys are missing the real good ones. A superior business strategist aren't eager to fight at every opportunity. That's correct. That's the conversation we were having earlier today. I mean, like, how do you expect me to go into business with you if everything is we're on the yard, you know?
Right.
I respect your composure through all of this and looking forward to seeing or being part of what's next. Real, recognize real, keep it up. Mentuition. I think that was one of the dopest.
That's Amanda. She's been a long time supporter too.
Really?
So
Okay,
shout out
cool.
to you, Amanda.
Shout out to Amanda. Where else are we at? I was born and raised in Miami, and I moved to Michigan, and the difference is night and day. Had to come back for personal reasons, but I'm dying to get back out of Miami for sure. I haven't been here long enough. I mean,
and that's crazy, right? Look what happened.
And look what happened. So
already it starts.
Yeah, I like the weather out here. You know, I like the weather out here, but
not the people.
I mean, he hasn't had the greatest experience so far.
Yeah, guys, Hector is 4 weeks in, maybe fifth week, and this has all happened.
Yeah. When I got here, people kept asking me, "How do you like Miami?" And I was like, "Give me 14 days, and I'll give you an answer."
Yeah,
and I mean, hey, yo, I'm you know, there's a saying that there's a saying that my grandmother used to, my father used to say, and now I say it because I believe it, and it's yo me acomodo en cualquier rincón, right? And which means like, well, I'm good in any corner. You know what I'm saying? I get comfortable anywhere, and if you translate it to English, you could pretty much say, everywhere I'm heavy there. I don't, I mean, where the dough at is my mentality. I don't,
right.
Where else are we at? D Fritzo, welcome to Miami. LOL. Comedic, it definitely is. Mentuition. Let's go, man. I'm reading them too quick. Welcome to Miami. Come on, bro. What was it? Who's pressing the buttons? Okay, welcome to Miami. LOL. Where are we at?
Okay, ain't shit to read.
Bro, come on. Welcome to Miami. Nothing more of a house warmer than a scammer.
In the right place, boy, Miami. I'll tell you that.
Let's go to the other one.
Yeah,
hopefully you love how wacky our family is. We're like a bunch of relatives that only meet on Thanksgiving and end up at the night drunk, arm wrestling in the lawn. Anwar.
Jess, he's been
he's been
here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna, I guess,
we're gonna sign out.
Here.
Yeah, we're gonna sign out.
We appreciate all the support again, man. Stay tuned. I don't know if you guys have any closing thoughts or statements.
Yeah, before
do you guys want to give you guys his Instagram so they can before we go, guys?
Just stay active with us on our Instagrams. That's where we're gonna post all the updates of when we're gonna go live, any new and future chats. So just follow us there, guys. Mine is at Josh the Gentleman. I think this one's Isabel Faith.
Isabel Faith with a Y.
DJ King Song, like Trey Song, but DJ KINGSONG, King Song.
Hector. Mine is at I am Hector Jesus.
Mine is at Basil Artist.
I am Fanny Lou.
All right, and we'll put them in the description, guys. Oh, go ahead, Jakeem.
Ethan.
Ethan Films with the Z.
Ethan Films with a Z. Yep.
CEO Jakeem for all the bad bitches.
Oh, bro, get out of here! No, I'm out.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's shut that soft ass shit up.
All right, guys. We'll be back soon. We'll figure out the schedule. We'll keep you guys updated.
And add Logic too. My bad. Dom.
Oh yeah. Logic is Dom's.
Shout
to
out
Dom.
Logic, bro.
Dom, man. Thank you, brother. We
W,
appreciate
Dom,
you.
thank you
Shouts
for
out to
everything you do,
Dom,
bro.
yeah,
Dom.
for all the behind the scenes work.
Yeah. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys, man. We'll see you guys next time, man. Peace. We'll be back soon.